The emerald ash borer has made its way into Mount Pleasant. Good evening, I'm Ryan Jacobson.
And I'm Mark Generous. A Bamber Woods resident found emerald ash borers residing within 3 trees on his property. Roger Lintmuth, coordinator of the EAB education program at Michigan State University, says that the Asian beetle could potentially spread throughout Mount Pleasant if nothing is done to stop them. Lintmuth also added that property owners should identify any ash borers that come in contact with their property and do something about them immediately before they begin to spread.
Think about what can you do. Certainly identify the fact that they are ash trees, and there's several online or several booklets you can look at to help identify ash trees. The next thing being, you can look for woodpeckers. Generally like to eat the larvae, so if you see a lot of woodpecker activity, if you see your tree start to decline, the leaves aren't quite as dark, or branches start to die, or the leaves fall off early, there can sometimes be splitting in the bark where all this energy is trying to come up from the root system and it can't get past the feeding galleries. But the main thing is that every time an emerald ash borer exit out of that tree to mate and reproduce, they make a D-shaped hole. It's probably an 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch across, but it's definitely, the body shape is D-shaped, so when he chews his way through the bark, or she, it definitely makes that D-shaped hole. And if you see a lot of those and the tree's starting to decline, it's pretty much a given that you're likely to have emerald ash borer.
Halloween is just around the corner, and Mount Pleasant residents of all ages are getting ready to dress up. Local costume shop Halloween USA says the 2 weeks leading up to the holiday bring in the biggest sales, and stock is getting low. Keeping up with the high demand for costumes often means bringing in extra stock from other locations. And as excited as shoppers are, the staff at Halloween USA has noticed a common trend.
Usually excited yet confused because most of them don't know what they want to be, but then they come in and they get their ideas and they walk out usually knowing at least what they want to be. So.
Take that down to the end of
As we've been mentioning throughout the week, the bacterial staph infection known as MRSA is making its way through Michigan. Most of the coverage and reported cases have been in public high schools and middle schools, but according to Central Michigan Community Hospital official Kevin Stokes, MRSA is just as likely to happen in a university setting as it is in a high school setting.
More prevalent in high schools than it is in colleges. You know, it's a matter of environmental cleaning and making sure that we educate people on how to prevent acquiring MRSA.
Now, there are some precautions you can take to prevent yourself from developing MRSA. First, you should always wash your hands regularly. Make sure surfaces that you touch are always clean, and also keep your clothes as clean as possible. Now, locally, Mount Pleasant High School hasn't had any reported cases of MRSA yet, but school officials say they have a plan in place in case of an outbreak. Principal Jeff Tanis says in the event of any reported cases at Mount Pleasant High, the school would utilize their building emergency response team, which was used effectively to manage last year's spread of the whooping cough. School officials say they haven't received any questions or concerns from parents about staph infections yet. The school will wait for a recommendation from local health authorities before taking any action.
Now, an update to a story News Central brought to you earlier this week. Police are still searching for 18-year-old Augusta Floyd of Suntons Bay after he was reported missing on October 16th. Floyd was last seen by his family on October 13th at around 3:30 a.m. following the T-Pain concert at CMU's Rose Arena. Lenaunee County Sheriff Mike Odorstroff said that there has been 2 reported sightings of Floyd, neither of which have been validated by police. The FBI, National Guard, and U.S. Attorney's Office are all working with the County Sheriff's Office and Tribal Police Department to help locate Floyd.
Parents can rest a little easier today because it's never been safer to let children ride the bus. According to a new report from the State Police Annual Inspection, it's the 3rd year that Michigan bus safety has improved. For the 2006-2007 school year, only 7.9% of the 17,200 school buses in Michigan flunked the 200-point test, which is down from last year's 8.9%. The buses that do fail the test are taken in for repairs. One district that improved greatly from last year is the Detroit Public School District. They saw a decrease in failures from nearly 50% to 22%. And there was not much of a change with the seasonal unemployment rates in the state of Michigan. 14 of the 17 major labor markets in the state did see a slight increase in unemployment, while unemployment levels declined. The Ann Arbor market has the lowest unemployment rate at 5.1%. Flint has the highest unemployment rate in the state with 8.3%. Overall, Isabella County has the 7th lowest unemployment rate in the state of the 83 counties in Michigan, coming in with 5.2%, the highest being Bargar County in the Upper Peninsula at a staggering 11.9%.
Well, that's going to do it for all this evening. I'm Ryan Jacobson.
And I'm Mark Jenners. Have a great night, everyone.